Peter Kyle put Trevor Phillips back in his place today, and I do like the fact that Labour are now starting to push back against this terrible media that seem to have it in for them. On today's morning round, Phillips wasn't happy that Peter Kyle answered his question and pretty much put him in his box. He thought he had another gotcha moment, I suppose, claiming that the government wouldn't have said anything about the child raping gangs or the grooming gangs or child protection in general if it had not been for Elon Musk. And this week, a bill was passed that had child protection in it. A bill, I might add, that the Conservatives and Reform voted against. So yes, they voted against child protection laws. Kyle's absolutely spot on in his response, and Phillips didn't like it. He tried then to twist the question from being about child protection to Elon Musk, and you can actually see him get a little bit rattled. Now, I can probably see his point that he was trying to make, although it was very clumsy, is that an announcement wouldn't have been made in Parliament if they hadn't been talking about it. So yes, I can see what he was trying to get at, but if they hadn't made an announcement and just put their bill through, then they'll be sitting there today saying you don't care about child protection because you didn't respond to Elon Musk's tweets. So damned if they do and they're damned if they don't, really. Anyway, here's Peter Kyle getting under Trevor Phillips' skin.
It's clear this week that Musk has the power to make British politicians stand to attention. Neither the Prime Minister or Home Secretary would have said anything, for example, about child rape gangs had it not been for Musk. Are you comfortable about government by social media?
Well, I'm going to correct you on one thing. We brought in a child safety and welfare bill last week. That
Come on. Prime Minister would not have said anything about this issue had he not been challenged, indeed, by our own Beth Rigby on Monday.
I tell you
and
what,
Yvette Cooper would not have gone to the House and talked about it on Monday night had it not been for Musk.
Let's ground this conversation in the people most affected by it, which is the victims. They didn't want more words, they wanted actions. And last week we saw a bill which implemented page 1 of the J Review, which said that multi-agency working together needed to be addressed because that was one of the key things that had led to the situation not being uncovered in the first place. That was addressed in the bill that we introduced into Parliament last week that was opposed by the Tories. Well, now, the victims need action. So let's not focus just on words, because I tell you what, in all of the words that I've seen that have been out there in the ether and in the media, so few of it was aimed on the victims and what the victims needed. There's been 7 reports. One of them took £200 million and 7 years to do. Let's get cracking with implementing it, which is what this government is doing.
I would love to talk more about that particular issue, but that isn't actually what I asked you about. I asked you about Elon Musk.
I do like Peter Kyle. He was very good in opposition. The only other video I've got of him was when he completely roasted John Redwood, which is quite funny to watch. So I'll pop that here. Have a watch that next. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit that like button, and I'll see you next time.